How's it going, everybody? Anthony back from C&M. You guys already know about me and my testimony. Every week is another episode to continue it. And the last time I had talked about that, if you guys kept up with it, was when I gave the credit to my caretaker that I had got blessed with at that time. Now we're going to go on. Oh, and for just an FYI, they are setting up around me for my nephew Liam's birthday. So if you hear any distractions or anything loud, bangs or anything like that, that's where it's coming from. Alright? But let me get on to my episode 7. Alright. So, as I was. So I worked hard to get up to the walker. I suffered a lot on the wheelchair. You know that I adapted a lot on the wheelchair and did what I had to do to get on to the next level. Well, I got on to the next level. When I was on it, I felt way more glorious, way more better, way more happier with joy. You know, I'm living with joy because I'm like, I'm less of a baggage for people. I'm less of a baggage. You know, I'm like, I'm not more of a hassle. All it takes is just one walker, and that's it. That quick. You know, it's a quick put away. Because I hate being a burden for somebody. I hate it. That's one thing that I've always told myself that I dislike, is when I become a burden. And that's what I'm saying, that I was so much more happier, because I'm like, it's less of a burden to have a walker around. Awesome. You know, and I started doing things that the world would do. I would go out. I remember always going out to party with my brother and my sister. We would hit up Blue Martini. I would hit up my boy at that time. He was my plug. He'd give me a hookup. $50 for a table for 6, for a hookah, a bottle, and a table, you know? And all we had to do was tip the waitress $50, and that's it. That's what I'm saying. Like, all these situations, man, they were bad. They were bad. It was, you know, you think about it as good, because you're like, yeah, that's good. That's a plug right there. $50 for that, you know, it's cheap. But when you really think about it, it's $50 to get tipsy, to get buzzed, to lose your action of who you are, you know, to poison your lungs with smoke. You know, all these things are adding up, because you're giving into alcohol, you're giving into smoking. But in the moment, yeah, it's all fun and games, you know. Not everybody could have fun sober. So, of course, you know, alcohol, that always has to be alcohol. But getting to my main point. So we would start leaving the location. The location exactly was Blue Martini. And sorry to name it out there, but a lot of people know that place because it still exists. It's a great lounge. I love it. It's actually like I said, a lounge. But it does turn into a like a dance type club thingy at night. And it gets lit. It's actually pretty good. But let's go on to the testimony. So we would start walking out. Once we started walking out, my sister was always on the side of me, behind me. Hey, are you okay? Are you all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. She's just like, okay then, because you're walking weird. I'm like, I'm good, trust you. She's like, well, if you say so then. So at that point, she would disregard me. She'd be like, he's good, cool. And little did she or I know that I was gonna come across a pebble or literally hit a crack in the sidewalk that's gonna tip me over and make me fall and sprain my ankle. Well, that happened. I could call back about 3 times that this happened. And yes, I know you're gonna be like, 3 times, dude. Learn from the first time you should, or from the second time you should have learned. I know, but I got used to living normal like everybody, so I'm looking up. You know, when we walk, we don't look down at the ground. That's what I'm saying. That's how I was trying to live. I'm like, I got to practice living normal. So I'm walking around looking up, and that's when these things arise, and that's when I end up tipping over. Now, with the walker that I am in today, that you could see a picture of it, I love it. I call it my Range Rover, because literally it goes through anything and everything. So I'm like, hey, you want me there? I'm there. You know, I feel capable of doing everything I could because of that walker, because it got literally off-road tires. So you want me there, you'll get me there. Sorry. So, like I was saying, so that happened about 3 times. In total, it was about 10 to 11 sprained ankles. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, it was 10 to 11 sprained ankles. And all these recoveries, you could see 3 different times where I sprained my ankles. I'll put pictures right here on the sides. But you could see three different times. And one of the times, that was the worst sprained ankle that I had, which that took me out for like a month and a half. I still remember it felt like graduation when I finally recovered and I was able to walk again. And I'm like, I can start going back to the gym. Let me tell you, I straight up felt like, heck yeah, I can start going back to the gym. I'm good. I'm back. You know, I'm back. Like, that's always been my number one productivity that I think about. I love going to the gym, and I hate it when I have to stop it for some reason. But yes, so I ended up falling, and that I can recall 3 of those times. Sadly, yes, it was Blue Martini, but like I say, that deal you can't pass up. You know, every single time that something would happen, we would end up pretty much coming from a deal that was unpassable because it was a good deal. And it wasn't always that. Like, sometimes the night would arise to like a fight breaking out, somebody gets in an argument with another person. You know what alcohol does. Or getting in arguments where literally discussing things, having debates, and then literally it gets to the point where we leave, and when we start walking out, that's when everything happens. And that's when literally, like I could recall 3 tough ankle sprains that I did get a picture of because of that reason, that they were tough. They were tough on me. And that's the reason I did get a picture of those ankle sprains, because they were impactful. Those are ones I will never forget, because in total, those 3 ankle sprains took 7 weeks of 7 weeks of recovery. I had to recover 7 weeks in total for all those ankle sprains to be healed. So I can't. Those are impactful. I can't forget those. And like I say, Blue Martini is a great lounge club, whatever you want to call it. It's great. You know, no judgmental towards it. I love it. I'll still go to it. Just I'm not gonna be as reckless as I was before. But that is episode 7. Alright, that was the first one right there. And stay up with it. Like I said, this one is gonna have 8. So that was 3 ankle sprains right there that I talked about. And like I said, just stay up with the channel, and I will keep you informed for next week, and we will keep in touch so we could stay up with the channel and the testimony. All right, thank you so much. God bless everybody, and take care. Anthony out.